Yeah, we did it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. And a very happy Thursday. One and all.
Yes.
We have made it. We are here. The levels may be a little off, but we will ask for your all y'all help with that. Or y'all's help with that. Please let us know how everything sounds. Oh god, everything's falling. Okay, we're good. We made it. Don't worry. We did it. We're here. We did it. Okay. Am I... I'm gonna try to go back a little. We need some we need some lives, some extra lives. But anyway, I guess we can do our intro for those of you that may be new, whether you're watching live or on the VOD. What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
We are Geek for All, and we are here today to continue and probably finish, at least for now, our playthrough of Super Mario World. Here on, from the Super Nintendo, but yeah, we're back. And we had a little bit of a hiatus. We were on vacation for a week.
Yeah.
Then I was sick for a week.
Yeah.
Amy let everybody know about it.
I was sick as well at one point.
That was only on Monday, though.
Yeah, so one of our streams.
Yeah. Then we streamed yesterday for like 8 hours.
Yeah. Even though Joe is technically still sick.
Oh yeah, you'll hear me coughing today, don't you worry. Supposed to be here to get extra lives, game. Not lose them. Oh, I saw one of you out there. Thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. If you are out there and you want to let us know how you've been doing, especially if we haven't seen you recently on like Magic streams or whatever, if you're typically just here for video game streams. But honestly, no matter what, whether we saw you literally yesterday or not for over 2 weeks, we would love to hear how you've been.
Godalope is here saying boop boop. That sound is so satisfying.
Agreed. Classic. It's just such a nostalgic, nice feeling.
Well, it's not nostalgic for me.
It's true.
And I'll tell you, some of this music is pretty unnerving, like this music.
You don't like it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
This is nice.
Also, as always, folks, let us know how the levels are. If you can hear the game well, is the game drowning us out? Are we drowning the game out? Is the game just too quiet? Whatever the case may be, we would love to know.
Yeah. Godalope says, hello, Joe and Amy. Hi, Godalope.
Well, hello, Godalope. Great to see you again. Thanks so much for stopping by yesterday.
Yeah.
Always appreciate it.
And for being here today, obviously.
Well, of course, yeah.
That goes without saying, but it
does.
doesn't really.
Because you just said it.
Exactly.
I need the one up.
He says, as Yoda says, it will be. C. Holland is here saying, hey, with a wave.
What's up, C. Holland? Welcome back. Thank you so much again.
Yes.
Great to see you 2 days in a row.
Hob is here saying, oh, hi, guys. Didn't know you were going on tonight. Guess it's good my D&D session got canceled.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that it got canceled, but yes, I guess for this particular situation, it is a good thing.
Yeah.
Hobbit, is great to see you. How have you been? It has been some time. Our fault, not yours, but it has been some time.
Just the case of it. Godalope says, sounds good. Hey, C. Holland.
Cool.
And Hob says, missed you the last few weeks.
Yes, we were, like I mentioned at the start, people might have been kind of,
not here yet.
making their way, yeah.
But yeah, we have been on vacation. Each of us have been sick. And Joe is still sick, lingering. But we're forcing ourselves to do these streams now.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But we're still having fun with it.
Yes.
Like I said, we did 8 hours yesterday, but it was fun, it was worth it, and we did the right thing and stopped when it was necessary to stop instead of like forcing ourselves to do like a ridiculous amount of time or something like that for you know.
Especially since today we're gonna be streaming and then we're gonna go down to Champion and do more videos and it's gonna be a lot, so.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if you're in the Poughkeepsie, New York area, check out Champion Card Collector.
That's right. Yeah, the pre-release for the new Magic set, Tarkir Dragonstorm, is this weekend.
Yes.
Literally starts tomorrow night, which is why we are not streaming tomorrow night, because we will be at the pre-release. But yeah, if you're interested in dragons, if you're interested in Tarkir as a set or a plane, you know, hopefully you were able to check out our videos. We actually had a video come out today of me opening a bunch of product from the new set from Champion. Whoops. So, like I said, if that's something that interests you, please feel free to go check that out. That's over on Video Games for All, one of our other 2 channels. Links down in the description box below for that Magic the Gathering channel, Geek for All,
And gluten-free for all.
That's right. That annoying noise outside. Apologies.
Oh my god. So I looked back at this, but I was just kind of seeing it out of the corner of my eye for a second there. And see, Holland says, hey, Goatalope, and I literally just saw the word cantaloupe.
There you go.
But he says, hey, Goatalope.
All right.
Cantaloupe to you too, see, Holland.
Oops. Damn. Got it there. Aha! Yes. Gimme. Perfect. Cool. Whoops. Damn it. Excuse me, sorry.
Hobbs says, I thought I was going to catch up on Final Fantasy VII while you guys were away, but ended up having to skip a few streams myself for home issue reasons.
Okay.
Oh no.
If you
Please
want to
explain.
Yeah, if you want to let us know about that, please feel free. Otherwise, you know, if you want to just be here for escapism, we always understand that as well. Whichever you choose.
I don't like this music.
Oh, too frantic?
Yeah. It's also the witch doctor one,
That's right.
which, you know, kind of offensive.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. Godalope says, LOL. Hey, Hob.
Whoops.
Aw, that flower was so happy.
It's still up in the top middle. You can still see it.
Yeah, but that one's smiling, but it's not as happy because it's not also dancing. Royce is here, Royce Smith, saying, I panicked for a bit seeing this stream, thinking I missed work today, being a Friday. Nice to have you both back.
Thanks, Royce. It's great to be here. We're so sorry for the mild panic.
Yeah, it's just a pre-release weekend.
Yeah, so we're doing things differently. Glad that you were able to figure that out.
Yeah. Hob says, since my kid has a dairy allergy, I had to spend that evening deep cleaning. Oh.
Oh, did we miss...
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I was like, it sounds like that's halfway through a statement.
Right. I was like, okay, so that's very vague. So Hob says, oh, well, first week was just mental health day.
Gotcha.
And then second one was we were shopping late, and while I was trying to put food away quick, my gallon jug of milk flew out of my hands and exploded.
Damn.
Ugh. The worst. Did we ever tell you the story about the eggs?
I think you may have, but...
Well, there's actually two stories about the eggs. We've had bad luck with eggs.
And these days, those are true horror stories because eggs are very expensive.
Right. But back then they weren't. But anyway. But I always bought expensive eggs anyway because they're just better. But anyway. Blah, blah. Yeah, so since your kid's allergic to dairy, you had to spend the evening deep cleaning. Yeah, because I'm sure it got in every little nook and cranny in that kitchen. Was it
Yeah.
in the kitchen? I assume it was. C. Holland says Grand National for UK on Saturday. It's
Oh,
like your Kentucky Derby.
very cool.
Well, no use crying over it, C. Holland said.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. More stars, too.
Yeah, if that happened to me, I probably would have cried. Seriously, though, sorry about the milk.
Shit, I didn't mean to come back into this level.
So, I'm lactose intolerant, right? So I don't drink milk. But I was a nanny for a toddler who did drink milk, and I believe was also lactose intolerant because every time he drank milk, he threw it up. And I don't mean like a baby spits up. I mean a full throw up. And so it was very frequent that I would have to clean up this vomit. And the smell just got to me because it was, you know, a vomit smell, but paired with the, you know, the milk that I don't drink because I'm lactose intolerant. So like the smell of milk without it being vomit is a lot for me sometimes. So
I can't believe I just did that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I accidentally went back into that level and then lost Yoshi, lost my power up, and then just died.
So yeah, needless to say, well, I guess it does actually bear saying. I tried to tell this to his mother, who then proceeded to tell me that I was the one who was wrong, even though I was the one who was always, well, we were both always cleaning up his milk puke. But she decided to continue doing it, while I decided to give him half juice, half water instead. And then he never threw up again. Shocker. He threw up when she was with him because she continued to give him milk. But not my kid, not my problem, I guess. I tried. Anyway, Hub says, took kids to Great Wolf Lodge overnight.
That's cool.
On April Fool's Day.
Oh.
It was a good time overall, but exhausting.
Sure.
And since our kids are not strong swimmers and hate getting water on their heads, we didn't get much out of the water park bit. Or maybe it's like by the way. Or...
No, the water park bit.
The bit of it that's a water park.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought the whole thing was. I don't know what Great Wolf Lodge is. So. He also says, at C. Holland, I made that same joke in my community post canceling stream that day. Very nice. Very nice. Godalope says, how dare he make that joke? LOL.
Nice.
Yep.
Keep them coming. What? I didn't say anything.
C. Holland says a big laughing face. Char is here saying lifesavers with a smile face and then a sad face. Like everybody here in chat or us are lifesavers, or like you're eating lifesavers candies.
Fuck me. Sorry. That was very loud. I apologize to everyone.
Royce says, without trying to spoil anything, I've been waiting to ask for a few weeks. Does Joe know about the top secret area?
I do not. I do not know about many areas in this game. I am flying by the seat of my pants. Like, I'm aware of, like, you know, the first world or whatever, but that's going to be about it. So, I mean, if you want to let me know about it, I can try to get there, but if I don't get there, that's going to have to be okay also. So, but yeah, if you want to let me know about it, I don't consider this, like, spoilery type stuff anymore because of the fact that, like, you know, we're just doing our best. Oh, shit.
Hub says, and yes, thankfully it was in the kitchen where everyone could bypass it. Okay, good. C. Helen says, did anyone get fooled for April Fool's Day?
Thankfully, I did not.
No.
I was ready, and there were a couple of things where people tried, like, through social media. Nobody, like, to my face tried to fool me in any capacity, but through social media, there were a few that I was just like, oh, right, but it's April 1st, so.
Yeah.
Bye, Yoshi.
He's too afraid of the ghost house.
Yep, that's what it is.
Is Yoshi a boy?
That's a
said
good question.
he, but I don't actually
I believe
know
so,
its
yes.
Gender. Okay. Speaking of gender, we had someone come to our stream that made a big stink about me asking for their pronouns when they came into chat. And so that's not a question to ask them. Kind of obnoxious, not gonna lie.
Damn. It was close. I was doing okay. Oh, but Yoshi's still with me. That's good.
That is good.
Yeah. Can't go fast.
And unfortunately, that was not an April Fool's joke. Shar says, all of you, I'm dealing with some depression and loneliness tonight. I'm sorry, Shar.
Well, we're glad that you're here.
Yeah. Hobbs here because his D&D got canceled.
Which, unfortunately, is something that plagues us all, you know?
Yeah, it is. But that's like an extra person to... Well, I mean, Hub would normally be here, but it's a Thursday, so he wouldn't be here on a Thursday, so... It's lucky. So hopefully that helps a little bit too, Shar. C. Helen says, almost got fooled with Harry Styles being cast as new Doctor Who. Sorry to hear that, to Shar.
Yeah.
Royce says, that's understandable. It's the secret edit from the Donut Ghost House that effectively gives infinite power-ups and lives.
Oh, cool.
You immediately fly up and to the left when the level starts. Okay, so maybe we can do that so we can get more power-ups or lives or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any way to fly right now, but sure.
Oh. See, Helen says they got offended? Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Their little pea brain couldn't take it. Hob says GWL. I don't know what that means. GWL.
Great Wolf Lodge.
Huh?
Great Wolf Lodge.
Ah, yes, okay. Is primarily a water park, but it's got other bits like an arcade and like other dry bits. Okay. I don't want to hear about your dry bits. Only your wet bits. Most notably, it's the home of Magic Quest.
Cool.
A sort of half video game adventure thing. Oh, okay, like a VR thing? That's like a live action World of Warcraft where you have to walk the entire length of the complex over and over to point your infrared wand at quest item installations, and they light up and stuff. Oh, interesting. It's like, I don't know, like higher tech geocaching, kind of. Shar says, I'm happy you ask our pronouns. Good. I'm glad, Shar. I'm really glad for that. And that's why I do, because I think that that's important.
Yeah.
Royce says, I've always wanted to go to Great Wolf Lodge. Was it considerably more expensive than a standard hotel? Hub says, and if you complete the story during your stay, they do a little ceremony in the main lobby and give a certificate.
That's so cute.
Oh, wow. It's like a whole thing.
That's
I love
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Godalope says, we are glad you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Damn it. No.
Hopefully we're all glad to be here right now.
No, come back.
I had a pretty good day today.
Yeah.
Like, the lead up to the good part was a lot. Like, that wasn't the good part, you know, but then the good part was the good part for sure, and it was a great part, so I appreciate it. So I hope any and or all of you can, if not say the same, then hopefully you can now. Shar says, but I do have good news. I started my transition. Oh, how exciting.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Very cool.
Thanks. Because Hob says congrats to Shar.
That's right.
And then Sihalan says, what an idiot. I don't use pronouns for myself, but would use them for anyone that asked me to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Amy did a good job of handling it yesterday. Not that there was ever a question about that. But just trying to ignore him and move on.
Yeah. Hob says, oh my, Amy. You're right, about the wet bits, yeah. Shar says, the wettest of wet bits. LOL, I'm always glad to be here. Good, Shar.
Good.
I really hope that is the case.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy for you that you get to start your transition.
Yeah, that's really great. Congratulations.
Yeah, and you can tell us as much or as little about that as you would like to.
As
I'm
always.
I'm not gonna ask additional questions about that because I want you to feel comfortable. C. Holland says, cool. To Shar's transition, I think.
Yeah.
Godalope says, I was here when the self-proclaimed beast entered chat yesterday. I'm in same boat as CH. So,
yeah, what C. Holland said.
Yeah. Shar says, my doctor doesn't want to start me on hormones until she gets my records for my therapist, but she did put me on a med to help me lose some of my facial hair and with the other things for that.
Good.
Okay. So, but that's not hormones? I'm intrigued. I'm not sure what that is. Hob says, so like you go to a terminal and point the wand and you start a quest and get a little cutscene and instructions on what you need to get. And then you walk around and find the stuff. Yeah, so it's like geocaching, but it's like more digital because it's got the wand and you have to like look at the screens and whatever. Things light up.
Shit. No.
Royce says cement block boos
Yeah.
are one of the weirdest enemies, in my opinion.
I'll agree with that. Look.
Cement blocks, okay. But they turn into... Oh, that is very weird. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the epitome of ghost houses, right? The house is like made of cement blocks, but then it's actually just made of ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a bit nuts, right? That's like,
No.
that's quite the ghost house, you know?
Yeah.
And what an interesting use of resources at that point. Like, people are trying to like 3D print houses now, right? What if you could build a house out of ghosts? It's very, you know,
Oh, damn it.
eco-friendly.
Oh, come on. Ugh, I made it. Holy crap.
Also terrible for those souls.
With 2 lives remaining.
Awesome. You did it.
Sort of.
You did. It's 2 lives remaining, which is not 0. So, you did.
Yeah, I think I have to go get more lives now because I got 2 left, and that's bad. But it's going to take forever to get all the way back there. Excuse me.
Well, now you know where you need to go, right?
Yep.
So there you go. Hob says, and then you go back to one of the terminals to complete it. It's definitely not the best writing and performance, and it's got like GameCube graphics, but
Nice.
it's super cute for the kids.
Very
okay.
nice.
It actually sounds really cute. So yeah.
I love this level so much.
Oh yeah,
This
this is
world.
badass.
We haven't gotten to it yet, though. This is just a little preview of it because this is
Right.
World 7. We're on World 5.
So Shar says, you guys help me a lot, and I consider y'all family, so I'm happy to be here even on my worst days. Good, and I hope that your worst days become less bad because you got to be here.
Fair.
And if they don't, then I hope you find another YouTuber to watch that you can say that about, because you deserve it.
Yeah. Whoops.
Hab says, and there's a boss fight with a dragon that's actually kind of hard because you have to point the wand at just the right spot in the TV, and you have a surprisingly small window of time to do so. Oh, that sounds like that Mario 64 game that we played when we had to like break the wall, remember?
Oh, shoot it in like just the right spot.
What a pain in the ass that was. We had to look up how to do it, and then it still took forever because you had to get it just right.
It's true.
Between attacks. Yeah, okay. So there was an attack, and then you had to do it really fast and in just the right spot, and then there was an attack again. That's what I'm gathering from that. Shar says, from not for LOL, no, it's weird, I can't remember the med's name. Okay, well, you don't have to tell me the name of it. Found it, it's Spiranol Lectone. Yeah, I'm great with that.
I don't know why you tried, but congrats, I guess.
Oh, did you get the pictures from my camping trip on Instagram?
So, I did. Unfortunately, because of when I got it, I have not gotten a chance to show it to Amy yet, but I should be able to shortly after the stream tonight.
Okay. Cool. Looking forward to that. So do you want to tell us anything about your camping trip, or do you want to wait now since I haven't seen the photo yet?
Well, I mean, I haven't looked at them either. I just mean, like...
Oh, okay.
Because I saw them come in, and I saw Char's message, which, thank you, by the way. But like I said, I just haven't gotten a chance to show them to Amy yet.
Okay. Wait, is the house made of ghosts, or are the ghosts made of the house?
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
That is the question.
It's like a gingerbread house. Is he made of flesh, Or like, is he made of house, or is the house made of flesh? He cries, for he does not know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hell yeah!
Wow. Well, so are you talking about a gingerbread man?
Yeah, what'd I say?
House.
Well, yeah, there's a gingerbread man inside of a gingerbread house.
Oh, okay. I just, I assume a witch lives in the gingerbread house.
Oh.
And then eats children.
Shit.
Because she can't eat the house. She can only eat children. Because she's a witch. Obviously.
Duh.
Duh.
Obviously.
Fizzy Star is here saying, hey, how goes it?
What's up, Fizzy Star? Happy Thursday.
Yes.
I almost said Friday. I would be doing the wrong thing.
It almost is Friday.
I know.
But it's not.
No, it is not.
Char says Fizzy with a big smile.
Mm-hmm.
They do slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay.
What does slowly but surely? Did I miss one of your messages? What does slowly but surely? Sorry, Char, just help me out there. I may have missed something. Hob says they had a little plushie of that boss dragon.
Oh.
So since... What is going on with my headphones? So since we could only afford one wand to share, and both of the big kids worked together to complete the quest,
Cute.
with my help in parentheses, I got the plushie. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So they could both hold something at the master ceremony.
So cool.
Ah.
So cool.
Nice.
That's really clever. I like that.
Yeah. You know, Hub, you come up with some creative ideas, some creative parenting ideas that I like.
For sure.
You really do. Char says, well, I'll say this. We went to the Ringing Rocks. I think I sent some videos, LOL.
Okay. I think you did too.
Yeah, I remember you saying it was Ringing Rocks, but that's literally all I remember about it. So, Fizzy Star says, happy Thursday.
That's right.
Happy Thursday to you.
Yeah.
Hub says, I actually did a fair bit overnight after they went to bed because one of the twins accidentally restarted a quest we were on and undid a bunch of progress.
Nice.
Oh no. So I caught back up and got a little ahead. Oh,
Nice.
good. Oh, good. You just do that while they're asleep. Do it on the sly.
Yep. That's very good.
That's very funny. Char says, happy Third Friday.
Nice.
Very nice. Hob says, so they could finish everything before we had to leave. Yeah, because otherwise, yeah, then maybe you get some crying. Or you at least don't get to go to the ceremony, right? And get a certificate. Char says, the videos help. LOL, I was saying... You got me craving penne from the gluten-free for all post, Amy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yoshi, no! Damn it. Come on.
So the other night we had some rigatoni and I was so excited because I had just recently commented on another gluten-free Instagrammer's post in the UK where they were having rigatoni and I was like, oh, I'm so jealous. Like, they don't have rigatoni gluten-free pasta over here in the States. Like, I can't find it. And they have it now. I found it and I purchased it and I was all excited to try it. And I did, and Joe really liked it.
I did.
I didn't. But I have like a couple ideas of how I would like tweak it, so maybe I would like it in the future if I tried to do it again, but only so long as I actually remembered those things, because if I don't, then I probably will not like it. And even if I remember those things, I still might not. So we'll have to see. But I was super excited to try it and then ended up not actually liking it. Shar says, we also went mud bogging in the rigs on our last night. It started to snow, and me and my brother Mike thought we were going into a tree from drifting, but luckily he's good behind the wheel.
Okay.
And on the way there, and the first and second / last night, Mike's dog laid on top of me. LOL. She's 11. Her name is Molly, and she's my buddy.
That's so
Aww.
cute. So cute.
So is there a picture of that? Please tell me there's a picture of that.
Shit, why would I do that? I just didn't jump.
So explain the mud bogging and rigs again. I don't know anything about this. I have no concept of what you're talking about. You say that there's a wheel. I was thinking of like a raft like thing. But it's called a rig, so maybe it's more like a boat? Is it like a boat? Or is it like those big things they use to like clear ice after a hockey match? Is it like that?
A Zamboni?
That's what I'm imagining. Something between a raft, a Zamboni, and a boat. So
That is
explain it to me,
Shar. The most ridiculous collection of vehicles to compare to one another.
Can a raft be considered a vehicle?
I don't know, man. If it has to have a motor, obviously not, but I mean...
What do you guys think? Do vehicles have to have motors? Well, because a bike is a vehicle, right? And that doesn't have a motor.
I mean, a motorbike does.
Yeah. But does that mean a bicycle is not a vehicle?
Is it?
What do y'all think? Shar says, I believe I sent that, LOL. So basically we drove around in the mud in the Xterra and Jeeps, LOL. Oh, okay, like actual Jeeps. Trying to get them as dirty as possible. It's fun. Oh, that
Nice.
sounds amazing.
Nice.
Funny enough, you say that about Zamboni. One of our friends did bring his riding lawnmower up there. Oh my gosh. Okay. To a mud pit? Wouldn't that just like clog it and render it not functional? Like maybe I don't know, right? If I didn't send the pics of Molly, I'll send them after the stream. Okay, no big deal. You know, you can always send them whenever, you know, you're available to, or you think of it or whatever. But because we have lots of pictures to show all of you of our trip that, you know, we need to go through them and figure out how we're gonna post them and stuff like that for you guys. So it's probably gonna take us a while. We still haven't done the photos from our wedding yet, and that was years ago now.
Sure
That's
was.
my fault, though, because I decided that I was gonna edit them, and I'm still working on that. I really dropped the ball, guys.
It's all good, Amy. It's all good.
It's really not. Shar says, it was a regular campground, LOL, but that was before it snowed. Oh, okay. Okay.
We had snow where we stayed when we were in California, of all places.
Yeah, we did. It didn't actively snow, but there was snow on the ground.
And ice.
Right.
Oh, wow. This is a lot of... Jesus. Did you... Cute. That was a lot of mushrooms. Hell yeah. Okay, we're getting there.
All right.
Oh, there were 2 exits to that world. There's 2 exits to this world, too.
I put hairspray in my hair, and it's like very scratchy on my skin, along with the scratchiness of the necklace, because it's like glass beads that are pointy on the tips. So between those 2 things scratching my neck, I just keep on feeling like, whatever that feeling is.
Sure.
Hobbs says, I mean, there's a reason it's the Department of Motor Vehicles and not the Department of Vehicles. Sure.
Fair.
Sure.
Shit.
But, okay, but they're specifying motor vehicles. So that means that vehicles exist that are not motorized.
Is that automatically what that means?
I feel like, right? Because otherwise, why would you need to specify motor vehicles? You could just say vehicles.
I guess.
So, Hob, I think you're right. So, but that's another point, right? Is like, you need a license for motor vehicles then, but you don't need a license for non-motorized vehicles.
Shit. Damn it. Yoshi, no.
Do you need a license for like a Vespa? Is a Vespa motorized, or is that just a scooter? I think it's a motorized scooter though. No? I don't know.
If you're actually asking me, I have no idea.
Oh,
if you're just
okay.
talking out loud, then
I mean, I'm asking everyone. Shar says, when it snowed, it got muddy, and our friends' kids had a blast with my nephew, Hunter, LOL, and we brought our dirt bikes to have extra fun and electric dirt bikes so the kids could ride a safer dirt bike.
Very cool.
Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool indeed.
Oh, and the end of the level is sort of here, it seems. Okay.
Okay. So, see, Holland says, direct from Google. So you know it's true. A vehicle is a thing used for transporting goods or people. Vehicles do not, by definition, need a motor. Bicycles and gliders, interesting, are non-motorboat and non-motorboats count. Okay, short. So like a rowboat or a paddle boat is still a vehicle. Okay, and a glider, I never thought of that as a vehicle. But that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, it makes sense, but
Yeah.
still.
Huh. I guess because I've always thought of gliders as being like, oh, here's this fun thing you're doing where, like, you're not trying to transport yourself from one area to another. You're just going on the glider to experience going on the glider. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So to me, that's not a vehicle. But that makes sense. Roy says, have you guys seen anything about the Nintendo Switch 2, including or not the most recent Nintendo Direct this week? I have heard something on the radio about the Switch 2 that I will wait to say until Joe says what I feel like he's about to say.
I have heard that the Nintendo Direct was going to be a thing, but otherwise I've been too busy and sick, so I have not gotten a chance to see anything more about it than that.
Okay.
But I'm willing, like, I don't care about spoilers, but other people might, so just be aware of that. I mean, it's an announcement that they've made or whatever, but still.
Okay. Yeah, mine is not a spoiler because it's not specifically about the game.
Well, Switch 2 is a console, not a game.
Switch 2.
Yeah, that's what they asked.
It sounded like you said Twitch 2.
No, Switch 2 is a console, not a game. So.
Okay. Well, regardless.
Okay.
That's not a spoiler then.
Correct.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so what I heard about it is that you can't get the Switch 2 unless you have the information from your original Switch that states that you've played it for over 50 hours. To try and deter people from buying up the entire stock and reselling it.
That seems incorrect.
It seems odd. But what they said in the story was basically, because they were like, how do you prove that you've played it for 50 hours? And they were like, well, the game tracks it. So, or the console tracks it. I'll say console then. So if you played on the Switch for 50 hours, it tracked that you did so. And then you have that as proof to provide to purchase the second one. I feel like it sounds a bit ridiculous and outlandish, which you seem to agree.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what they said was news on the radio.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
But they said that the reasoning for that was to try and prevent, like, scalpers, basically.
Yeah, I mean...
Which, that piece makes sense, but...
It does, but it also doesn't. Like...
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't.
Yeah, there's no way of doing that.
Right.
So... stop trying, because all you're going to do is hurt your customers, and people will still find ways of scalping.
Sure.
Like, that's my opinion on it, at least, of course. But...
Hub says, yes, that was my point. Vespas are motorized scooters. Yes. Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure if they had a motor or if they did not, because I wasn't sure if scooters at all were motorized. Or if they stopped being considered scooters at that point. Shar says, I'm feeling a lot more cheerful. Oh, good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. C. Holland says, I think Outside Extra posted something about it a few days ago, but haven't watched it.
No. Damn it.
Shar says, we need to get Joe and Amy a couple segways so they can race each other, LOL.
God.
We would not do that, Shar. No.
I would hurt myself if I did that.
I would fall off of it in the first 5 seconds, for certain. And Joe would probably stay on it a little bit longer, but he would definitely hurt himself. And both of those scenarios sound terrible. So I'm going to say a big old nope on that one, Shar. Shar says, I checked and I did send the doggo pics. Awesome.
Perfect.
I try not spoiling stuff regardless. LOL. Oh, good.
I'm lost, man.
You're lost?
Yeah.
Like you don't know where you are?
Well, no. I mean, I know how to, like, leave here to go back to where we came from.
Oh.
But the only exit I found out of this world leads me back to the world again.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that.
Yeah, it's alright.
Unfortunately. Well, does that mean, like, some of the, like, trees or bush things have to clear? Like, in that last, or one of the other, the rocks, so they don't clear, I assume.
When you beat a level, they do.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
this loop wasn't here before I beat the level the first time.
But you can't go out this way?
I mean, yeah, but this is where I came from.
Oh.
Because there's 2 exits to worlds with red dots, like these 2, and only 1 with the yellow dot, like up top.
Okay, but you can't go up to the yellow dot from here? Or I don't know what you're attempting to try.
No, I'm just trying to leave this level a different way than the way I left the level, because it just sends me in a loop. Crap, why would I... Why? Why just jump to your death? Why?
Royce says anything anyone mentions or anytime anyone mentions a segue, I instantly think Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Nice.
Shar says same, Royce. LOL. Hub says Vespas now make me think of Luca.
Yes. Yes,
Sure.
they do. They make me think of Luca as well.
C. Holland says, I hope not. I want to get a Switch, but with a new one coming out, I'd happily wait. Okay. Okay, so it seems like the three of us hope that that news story was fake. Mishar says, I'd crash into anything. I can't drive. LOL. Amazing. C. Holland says, yeah, same, Charlotte. Royce says, Joe, I think you might need to get a cape and fly beyond the vine block
Gross.
to find the correct exit, maybe.
Okay. Thank you for the tip. Appreciate it.
Yes. Shar says, give Joe and Amy Attack on Titan Scout Regiment cloaks. I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's okay. Don't tell me. I assume they are cloaks that make you fly.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Shar says, speaking of Disney, I just got done rewatching season 1 of Star Wars and The Bad Batch.
Oh, cool. Okay.
What's The Bad Batch?
It's a Star Wars series on Disney Plus.
Oh. I just assumed you were calling it bad. I was like, don't say that in front of Hob. Royce says, if that doesn't work, I don't know. I'm just as confused.
Fair enough. I mean, it does seem like there is more to do past that point. Like, it feels like, you know, when I got to that point, I was like, oh, well, there's clearly more to the level, but then there wasn't. But like you said, if I have a cape, there might be. So I will definitely check it out. Thank you.
Shar says, it's one of my favorite animes.
Attack on Titan.
Ah, okay. Like, I know I've heard of it, but I don't know if it's, you know, I didn't know if it was in a show or a game, you know. It's really cool, in my opinion. Okay, sure. I like animes. I was in an anime club in high school.
That's true. I sort of was too. Not as much as Amy was.
Yeah, I actually went. And actually was part of it. I think you just kind of came to some of them.
Sure did.
Even though you weren't in it.
Correct. Yeah, just a bunch of our friends, yourself included, were there, and so I went there to be social often, and then, you know, that was kind of about it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, the people who ran it didn't, like, do a great job of it anyway.
Swear to fucking God, dude. I can't hold on to the cape to save my goddamn life. Whatever, at least by the time I get here, I get a 1-up, so I can just try it again. Okay. It's like right there, though. Okay. Sorry, everybody. For the language and the saltiness. Everything's gonna be okay.
I love salt.
It's true, you do.
It's one of my favorite seasonings. If something's not salty enough, it might as well not exist, in my opinion.
Shit, come on.
Let's see.
Oh, what a terrible, terrible run that was. Hooray. Let's try that again.
Hob says, I believe Bad Batch is a Clone Wars spinoff. With a question mark at the end.
Cool.
Shar says, I love Star Wars. LOL. Yeah, it is, Hob. Okay. Good. So there you go. 2 Star Wars lovers. Well, I'm sure everybody loves Star Wars to a degree, all right? But no one loves Star Wars to the degree that Hob does, is really it. I don't know, maybe Shar does. Fight it out. Duke it out. Let's see who's more of a fan. If you want.
I was going to say, I mean, you seem to be implying that the person who can fight better is the one who's the better fan.
No, to like just like argue about who's the better fan.
Right.
That's what I meant. All dialogue. Fighting. Royce says, I feel like if that's the correct solution, that's too cryptic.
Sure.
What?
This.
Oh.
This level.
Hob says, I'm not huge into expanded universe, legacy, or Disney, but Clone Wars was far and away the best of it, despite a few issues I have with it.
Okay.
And Shar says, what's your favorite anime growing up, Amy? It was Inuyasha, which a lot of people didn't like, so that's not a popular answer. But that's what it was. Roy says, also, you're almost to 100 stars for the bonus game again.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the cool thing, because like I get a 1-up here, and then I get to attempt for more stars each time I do this, so that's pretty beneficial. Yeah.
There you go. Shar says the game is evil today.
I guess so.
Too far, lol. What's too far?
At the bottom. Last.
Oh, too far to argue, I mean. Oh, like you would try to do it face to face? Is that what you're saying? I'll have to check that one out.
Inuyasha.
Oh, okay. You haven't seen it. Okay.
In fact, weren't you just watching it on Netflix, or at least looking at it on Netflix?
I added it to the list, the watch list. I haven't seen it all. You know, I watched it when it was on TV. So there are episodes. Yeah, there were episodes I missed. There were episodes they didn't show. There were there were 6 seasons. But I only know that because I checked today on Netflix, and I doubt that I have seen every episode of all 6 seasons. So, yeah, I added it to the watch list in case you wanted to watch it with me, but also just so I could, like, fill in any of the gaps that exist in my watching of it.
Sure.
So, yeah. C. Holland says, yeah.
No! Sorry, Amy, go on, please.
It's fine.
Holy shit, dude.
C. Holland says, yeah, episodes 4 through 6 were when I grew up, so will always be my favorite.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Shar says, also, I have a movie recommendation for you both, Resident Evil Damnation.
Okay.
I have seen...
Oh, I'm an idiot.
The second Resident Evil movie?
Fuck off.
I want to say. But I don't think I watched the first one. I think I've only seen the second one. And maybe like a much later one. Part of it. I don't know how many there's been. But yeah. Royce Smith says, what streaming services do you have? We have Amazon Prime.
We do have Amazon Prime.
We have Netflix because we borrow it. I didn't say that.
You don't have to say it like that. We borrow it from my parents. Like, that's fine.
And then what else do we have?
We have Peacock.
Okay, yeah. We do not have Disney Plus. We do not have Hulu.
No, my parents have those two, which we do not have access to, unfortunately. We don't have Apple TV Plus. We don't have Paramount Plus.
Yeah, and if they can do streaming for any of those like AMC or whatever they are, I don't know if those are their own streaming platforms or if they're like you have to go on certain streaming platforms to watch them, but like not AMC, that's a movie theater, but like
no, AMC is like where Walking Dead is from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I was thinking that or like Game of Thrones.
That's HBO. So that's
okay.
Max, which we also don't have.
So that stuff we don't have any of that.
Correct. All right, here we go. I think I made it. $20 lives. Or 19 lives. Thank you.
Nice.
And straight to the damn castle.
Make it happen.
Chocolate Fortress, it calls itself.
Oh. Hot.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I said hot because that's like kind of like an old, like probably now considered offensive, like gay reference.
Shit.
It's like like a fudge packing reference, which is probably fucked up. I don't know. I don't know if that's considered offensive at this point or if it's just considered funny, but that's what I was going for with that. And I realized that it probably did not translate for literally anyone else to mean that. These things look like pencils.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. No, why? Oh, that's cool, though. I'll take it. Thanks.
But I guess they're just wooden stakes.
Correct.
Are there vampires in this level?
I mean, they're trying to hurt us, so I doubt it.
I mean, this looks like a place vampires would be.
Really, the last one. The actual last one is the one that I got hurt by.
At least you still made it through.
I did. Ah, the thwimp. No. Damn it, man. Just fine. I didn't need it anyway. No! Why? Fine. I fucking deserved that, I guess.
Wow.
Come on. Let's try again.
Alright, let me try to catch up here. Oh shit, I'm like really far behind. Char says, nah, just too lazy to argue. Sideways crying, laughing face. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Son of a bitch.
So by you saying too far, that's your way of saying I'm too lazy to do it. That equates. I got it. Hub says, like, I love Lucas's 6 films. Saga more than most things, but while there have been expanded universe things I've enjoyed on their own, and many are well made in a vacuum, there's always something about it that doesn't quite get Lucas's Star Wars to one degree or another. Clone Wars came the closest because Filoni worked closely with Lucas, so it avoided most of the common pitfalls. But there were still a few small hiccups. Okay, so what are these common pitfalls then? And that's cool that you say that. Shar says, very true. I'm just one of those. I like almost anything. Computer goes flying in 5 minutes. LOL, JK.
I would never do that. I need this computer so badly.
Yes.
Like, if anything, it would be this controller, but also I'm not that guy either. Like,
right.
I'll get frustrated, but I'm not going to break my things. Like, I spend a lot of money on this stuff and need it, so I would not do that. That is in no way to say that you're, like, ridiculous for making that comment, because it is very funny, but I would never do that. Alright, come on, baby, get him. Did it. Done.
I think he has heartburn.
Very nice.
He burped and then a fireball came out.
I did it multiple times, too.
Jeez.
Yeah. But we won.
Very nice.
Oh. Look at this, like, crater.
I was gonna say golden hole. It's like the wet bits from before.
I guess so. Okay. Come on. There we go.
Shar says, yeah, the Damnation isn't part of the live action series. Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was any that wasn't live action. Of Resident Evil? Yeah, I didn't realize there was any that wasn't live action. What are these things supposed to be?
Platforms. Like dirt and grass platforms.
Oh, I see it. Okay. I was like, is it like a weird ass carrot? With like too many leaves? But yeah, no, I see it now. It's just the dirt is very orange.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this stuff looks
shit.
like dirt, even though it's not orange. But I guess it's rocks.
That is very tempting. How do I get down there? Or do I? I made it!
Oh, nice.
Sick. Okay. Where the hell did you come from?
It's a mole.
Yeah, I know what it is.
He's got sunglasses on.
You haven't seen that enemy yet in this
He's
game?
so cute. No, I haven't.
Well, I'm glad you get to see him now, but also fuck that guy.
I love him. He's like Morocco Mole from Secret Squirrel.
I understood about half of those things that you just said.
Oh. Well, Secret Squirrel is a TV show.
I'm assuming was a TV show.
And Morocco Mole was his sidekick.
Oh.
So Secret Squirrel is a secret agent who's a squirrel.
Sure, of course.
And,
obviously, everybody knows that.
Totally,
Yeah.
And then his sidekick is Morocco Mole, who's a mole and wears sunglasses.
At night?
And a fez, which is probably also offensive.
Why would that be offensive?
Because his name is Morocco Mole. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know if that is or not, but I'm batting 1,000 with that stuff today, I guess. You knew he was there.
Yeah, because you're right. This level definitely looks distinct in all places and definitely doesn't blend together at fucking all. You're right. My mistake, everybody. I'm so sorry.
I was like, we were talking about him the whole time.
First of all, I was not talking about him the whole time.
Well.
But I was hearing about him the whole time. That part you were absolutely right about.
Well, anyway. Here we are, guys. I'm just trying to live my life. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Oh, my
Shar says it sticks more true to the games with the other computer-generated ones in that series.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Hub says, I like most things too, but I'm a little more militant about Star Wars just by virtue of being more dehumanized, bullied, and othered for loving Phantom Menace
Gotcha.
than for being Jewish, neurodivergent, and genderqueer combined.
Of course.
Okay. So Phantom Menace is higher than all of those other things combined? Is that what you're saying?
That he gets flack for, yeah.
Wow. That's a lot. That's
And by
a
the way,
lot.
please understand, I don't mean to belittle your experience by saying you get flack for it. I understand that that's like a really shitty situation. So,
Right.
at least as much as I can understand that that's a shitty situation.
Well, yeah, and he's obviously saying that it's to quite an extent.
Correct.
If you can compare it to all three of those things combined and say it's still more.
Yeah.
That's insane. Shar says, I can't stand the live action Resident Evil. They got too carried away and split from the games entirely to where they're their own thing, in my opinion. Oh, okay, sure. I don't know anything about the games, so I have that one movie that was like the second movie in this series was and is the only frame of reference I have to it. So
Come on, baby. Okay, 2 up. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm at 25 lives. We started at 5 today, by the way. So I'm fine. This is great. And now, Chocolate Island 5. Okay.
Shar says, and that's why you're awesome, Hob.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a sour face. Neighbor slammed door and triggered my PTSD a little. Whoa, okay. That's a loud door.
Well, do you want to talk about your experience from our vacation? Shit, why?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the wrestling show that time. So we went to a wrestling show once, and it was like too enclosed a space, and I guess very reverby. So when they did the pyro, thank you.
Yep.
It was so loud. I literally had to leave the room. Because I felt like bombs were going off in the room that I was in. It was a lot. Royce says they always had Hobknocker on iCarly. They always used Hobknocker on iCarly. I don't know what that was in reference to anymore, Royce. I'm sorry. Hob says, aw, shucks. I don't know what that was in reference to anymore. I'm so behind. Okay. I'll try to catch up. See, Holland says, nothing wrong with Phantom Menace. Doesn't deserve the hate it gets. I've watched a lot of movies and seen many truly awful rubbish. If PM is the worst, right? Someone has seen them. Someone has seen, then they're doing well. LOL. Fact. Shar says, I've met too many people who take a metaphorical crap on others for simply liking what they like and being themselves. I'm a victim of some such people. Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like everyone is to a degree, but also I feel like obviously there are people who to a much larger degree are. So yeah, but I mean, the just being themselves thing, I think has more to do with just people like who are afraid to be themselves. which is something that I really never understood as a concept. You know, I grew up in an abusive home where being yourself and being honest and being and having your own thoughts and doing your own thing wasn't really allowed. So it but I just did it anyway, you know. Because I don't understand the concept of like living in denial of who you are making any sense. Like that's worse than death to me, you know. But it's not the same for most people, I assume, because they do it all the time. So Shar says, I was going to say what type of golden hole, LOL, but that's just going to open a really goofy can of worms. Yes, it is. Godolo says, oh my god, secret squirrel, with like 5 exclamation points. Oh god. Shar says, nobody move, it's a wild Godolope. Godolope says, mole man again. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, twice in a row.
Exactly. Godolope says, LOL, Shar. Shar says, LOL. Roy says, got mold, or get mold.
I really did. I'm allergic to mold. So that makes sense that I would die to it.
Shar says a bunch of crying, laughing faces. C. Holland says, anyone remember the Tick cartoon from the 90s?
Damn it.
Tick.
The Tick? That then became a live-action show starring Patrick Warburton? He's in like
so
the
I guess
blue
he remembers
outfit.
it.
Do you remember?
Blue outfit. Well, I
Oh, come on.
I know Adam Ant,
It's definitely
but
not
it's
that.
not a tick.
No, it's definitely not that.
And
The
that
Tick-
was older than the 90s.
The Tick is more along, like as a show, is more along the lines of like Animaniacs or Freakazoid than Adam Ant.
Oh,
like, Adam Ant is
okay.
like, Adam Ant plays it straight, the Tick does not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't watch that. I did watch Freakazoid. But I did not watch The Tick. I watched...
Come on, fuck this thing. I did it like a million times before. And now I just can't even get past this part? Are you kidding?
Godolope says spoon. I guess that's a reference to Secret Squirrel, maybe? I don't remember that. Shar says, what is the life you speak of? LOLJK. C. Holland says, a laughing face. Hobbs says, it's stuff like trying to insert hard sci-fi into what is essentially a fantasy with a coat of Buck Rogers paint, trying to add more modern and snappy dialogue, not understanding characterization, etc. Sure. Okay. All that makes perfect sense.
Come on. Get it back.
But I guess that's kind of what happens when you're trying to create a franchise out of something that started so long ago and by someone else, right? That like it makes it a lot more difficult to just kind of like plop yourself into that world and actually like just expand it, right? So Royce says, time for Wendy's? Time for Wendy's. I don't get that one either. I'm sorry, I'm so behind.
Ugh, I was so close.
Hob says, I remember Secret Squirrel and Morocco Mole. Okay, was it offensive or no? I don't remember. Godolope says, a two-headed budgie that only speaks high school French. Tick reference. Okay, I I don't get it. Shar says, Joe will teach you soon. I have faith in Dis.
About Resident Evil stuff? Yeah.
Sure.
That's the hope.
Hub says, I used to love the Tick cartoon as a kid. I don't remember much details because it's been so long since I've seen anything except clips of the best one-off character on the show. The evil midnight bomber. What bombs at midnight? Oh, okay. I'm sure. Oh, is that a reference to me saying that it was like bombs, or is that the character from the Tick?
Character.
Okay. Shar says, LOL, Joe wanted the gold so bad he didn't want it. LOL, JK.
Mm-hmm. Oh god.
Amazing.
Look at this.
Okay. Sometimes you just gotta let yourself get skewered, you know?
I don't know, unfortunately.
Well, I do.
But I made it, and we're here, and we're not quite at the boss yet. Oh, Jesus Christ.
See, Helen says, wish we had Wendy's in Birmingham. Just like some backwater village here, LOL. Everyone else gets one but us. Sad face, rant over, LOL.
Wow.
I'm sorry, see, Helen.
Me too.
Shar says, my hometown recently got screwed out of a Wendy's recently for a Domino's vomit face.
Hey, did we ever talk about Mr. Deeds? Did we ever talk about that?
No, were we supposed to?
So, if folks have seen the Adam Sandler movie Mr. Deeds, there's a scene in the movie where when he gets all of his money, he asks them to fly the helicopter to get him Wendy's. And there's an aerial shot of the helicopter in a parking lot outside of a Wendy's. That aerial shot is from our hometown.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, it's in Putnam Plaza.
Cool.
Adam Sandler wasn't there that day of filming because it literally just needed to be that one-off aerial shot.
Sure.
But they shut down that portion of the complex so that they could land the helicopter there, do some aerial not drone footage. There wasn't really drones back then, but yeah, that one-off scene was shot in our hometown. I remember everybody freaking out that like, oh my god, an Adam Sandler movie's filming around here, and it's like that's not really what it is. But
right, like it is, but also like it's not like you're gonna meet Adam Sandler. He wasn't even there.
Nope. Sure
Interesting. Okay.
But it was cool to see our local Wendy's in that movie every time we watched that scene.
I love that movie, and I never knew that. So.
Well, there you go. Happy to help.
Okay. I think I have it on DVD, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to see the local Wendy's, you sure can watch it on a movie, or you could just go there. We're literally going to be in the area this weekend for pre-release. So.
Yes, we are. I feel that, Amy, it's rough. But we're here, and that's what makes us stronger.
Why?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So glad I got all those extra lives so I can just throw them all in the toilet on this level. To be fair, that's what extra lives are for, is to waste them on, a level as you're learning it, but still. Oh, crap.
I actually, Shar, just went to the post office and got the PTSD stamps, because a portion of the money goes to, I don't know if it's a charity or research, but it's to help PTSD. It's important. It's important. Godalope says, Adam and same era of Squirrel. I think it was older. I think it was significantly older, Godalope. Because I think it was like a Hanna-Barbera type thing. Or at least it looked older from a art quality standpoint. Yeah. Shar says the only thing I remember with ticks involved is the horror film with the actor that played Ice Cream Man in the horror movie Ice Cream Man.
I'm not familiar with any of that.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Shar.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
great.
Yeah. Hub says Freakazoid is still one of my favorite shows. Wow. Yeah. It was definitely like my parents would like reference it a lot.
Freakazoid?
Yeah, because we would like watch it as a family.
Sure.
But I don't really remember it. Shar says, I'm going to get dinner before I forget, and then y'all kick my butt for not eating.
Fair.
And I could make several dirty jokes about those spikes, but I'll behave myself. Nice.
No, come on. How am I supposed to do this? Help. I mean, I don't actually need help. It's just gonna take a long ass time.
Sure.
Just annoying.
Yeah. Hub says Morocco Mole might be slightly problematic at worst, but I don't remember specific stuff. Okay, good. Like, he's definitely based on a specific kind of cultural stereotype, but they never really made a big thing about it. Okay, good. I just didn't really remember well enough to be like, oh, yeah, totally cool, instead of me being like, well, it's probably problematic. I don't really know.
Why?
Shar says, I love Mr. Deeds.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was a very good movie.
Hub says, oh man, that Mr. Deeds movie had some good bits.
Mm-hmm.
Neat story.
Yeah.
It was funny. Shar says that scene was funny.
Yeah.
Nighters, folks, says Godalope.
Oh, good night,
good
Godalope.
night, Godalope.
Great to see you. Hopefully we'll see you next week or soon.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend.
He's probably gone by now because I'm so far behind in chat, but yeah, hopefully we'll see him soon. Shar says, good night, Godalope, sleep well.
That's right.
Hab says, apparently they filmed Good Burger 2 a year or two ago at an abandoned Friendly's about 5 minutes from my dad's house.
Nice.
Oh, interesting.
That's cool.
Oh, my dad was also an extra in Steven Spielberg's Amistad in the late 90s. I've never heard of that.
Oh my god. No, come on! Damn it, I'd gotten 2/3 of the way there. Are you serious? That was pure luck, by the way, too. Oh, no. Okay.
But that's really cool, Hub.
It's doable. Yeah, that is cool.
Shar says, I agree. I feel like a lot of people still don't take mental health stuff, especially PTSD, seriously.
For sure.
Yeah. So, do you have PTSD or do you have complex PTSD? That's what I have, is complex PTSD. Hob says, the original Secret Squirrel was older, like Adam Ant, but they did do a reboot of Squirrel in the late 80s-ish. Oh, okay. So that's the one I've seen. I haven't seen the original then, and I don't know anything about it. So that's interesting. Thanks for telling me that. Shar says, I highly recommend both movies. Amistad and Good Burger 2? Or, what are the movies? See, Helen says, you could always do an Erica impression and make innuendo jokes about spikes. You could, right? You could. But would you do it as well as Erica? No. You couldn't. Shar says, just trigger warning for Ice Cream Man. Oh, okay. So Ice Cream Man, and then what was the other one? Don't tell me.
Here Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Come on.
Oh, that other horror movie that you don't know the name
Are you
of.
fucking serious? Thank God. That's one. Come on, baby. Come on. Nope.
Oh,
Missed
it's
that.
called Ticks. Oh, okay.
2.
Okay.
One more.
I thought you were trying to say it was Ticks 2.
Done.
The sequel. Amazing. You did it.
Somehow. Thank you.
Somehow.
Don't look, though.
Shit.
He's going to destroy a castle. With a broom? Or a mop? Oh! That's actually really cool.
Oh. That is neat. That'll watch.
Wendy O. Koopa in Castle Number 6 has sung her last song. Mario must meet the challenge that is now before him. There is a sunken ship that appears to be a gateway to the Valley of Bowser.
Ah. Are we going to get to go to level 7 now?
We did just finish World 6, and there's a sunken ship, so...
Uh-huh.
But I think what I'm going to do is... get some extra lives.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Godalope is back saying LOL
Good.
to some stuff that Char said. She said, time to take my earbuds out. My ears are sore. Honestly, I'm better at dark jokes.
I do like a good... Like, as long as it's good. I like a good dark joke.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, for the sake of it being a dark joke, I don't, like, you know... There are those jokes that are like, I'm going to be edgy because I can be edgy. Not funny. But a joke that, like, somebody, you know, actually wants to tell and it just happens to be, like, that level or to that level, those are very funny to me. I enjoy
Okay.
them.
Okay. Yeah, I very much used to be that type of person who would just, like, say shit to be edgy. Because I was like... Honestly, it wasn't even to, like, seem cool. It was literally just because I, like, didn't give a shit about anything. Anything or anyone. I just, like, wanted to die. And I didn't care that the world existed. So, yeah. That's not me anymore. So, thankfully.
Well, you've... Not like... trying to toot my own horn here, but you are in a much better environment now than you were at that time.
Yes. Yes. As we talked about earlier.
Yes.
Shar says, LOL, yeah, I highly recommend them both. Just like I said, trigger warning for Ice Cream Man. Okay, sure. Sure. I appreciate that. Honestly, I'm jaded as fuck, Char, at this point, so I appreciate you telling other people that as you're mentioning in chat that it's a movie they should consume, but for me, I usually don't have to worry about that, which is why it was so interesting, honestly, that I had to leave the room at that wrestling show, because it takes a lot to, like, do that, you know, in that way, at least. You know, I get triggered by other things, and I'll get really anxious or I'll get really angry, right, when I'm triggered by other things, but it's not very typical for me to, like, I don't know how to say it. It's not very typical for me to be, like, just sort of viscerally scared. Does that make sense? Like, like what you associate with loud noises that literally make you think that you're being, like, shot at, or like there's a bomb nearby or something like that. That's like a different level of thing that I seldom ever experience. So that was very shocking to me.
I was gonna say surprise.
That I had that sort of reaction. But I don't actually know what you mean by trigger warning for that movie. So maybe it would trigger me in a different way. But we were talking about PTSD, so I associated it with that. But you know, who knows? Hub says Amistad, sound, was inspired by a true story of a revolt on a slave ship in the early 1800s. Oh, that sounds incredible. And a trial that ensued. It had Morgan Freeman, Matthew McConaughey, Anthony Hopkins, and Digimon Honsu? Is that how you pronounce that?
I don't remember. But
Well, if anybody knows, write it in chat for me, please. I haven't seen it in decades, so I don't know how well it holds up. But at the time, it was an intentionally rough watch. Sure, yeah. I mean, it's a trial about a revolt on a slave ship. So, yeah, I would fucking think so. Yeah, I would hope so, if that's the subject matter, you know? Otherwise, it wouldn't be a good film. Marcus is here saying, sup,
what?
I must be tripping. I almost missed the stream.
What's up, Marcus? I won't lie and say that I didn't notice that you weren't here, but I'm glad that you made it.
I was too distracted. So it's not that I didn't notice you were here, like I've forgotten Marcus existed, but it you know, I didn't think about the fact that you weren't here.
I just knew, like, when it was like, you literally said yesterday that you had to be at all of our streams, and then the next stream, less than 24 hours later, you're just not here. And I'm just like, well, that's weird.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Well, now, Marcus, I just want you to on purpose miss the next stream. Just as a fuck you.
But the next stream is our best one. It's the Random Monday stream where the new Magic set hasn't come out yet, but it does, again, less than 24 hours later. Those are our best Magic Monday streams that we do.
Yeah.
No.
There's something else.
Wait, what? Where's my 1-up? Damn it. Assholes. Oh, and I missed all the stars, too. What a waste.
Let's see. Hub says, very happy you're here, Amy. Ah. As opposed to what?
Just because of... You said you didn't care about anything and you wanted to die.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
that whole thing that you just...
You know, that was years ago. But thank you.
That doesn't mean that people aren't happy that you're here now.
No, I thought you meant, like, on the stream.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, because I was sick that other stream, and that's, like, the one that you were here, and then maybe, like, you weren't here when I canceled the stream that Joe couldn't be on, maybe. That's where my mind went. I'm sorry. But thank you, Wow. That means a lot. Shar says, I was wondering where you were, Professor. Oh, Marcus, right. Yeah. Marcus says, I was catching up with a friend and nearly forgot the schedule change.
Hey, I mean, as long as it was a good time catching up with a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it wasn't, we understand. But as long as it was a good time catching up with a friend, then we totally understand. If you didn't have a good time, we'd be very disappointed in you.
Well, I mean, catching up with a friend is a lot of times probably more important than this. And you could catch up with us later. That'd be cool.
Yep.
I hope it went well.
Hey, when we went on vacation in California, the main reason that we went when we did was, literally the only reason that we went when we did is because two of our closest and longest friends were getting married.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
It really was.
An amazing, amazing experience it was.
Yeah.
To be there for them, to be there with them. It was great. Really, really great.
Yeah.
We had an awesome time. Danced the night away. Lots of hugs, lots of love. We know, well, you better than I, but we know both of their families very well also.
Yes.
So we got to, like, spend a considerable amount of time talking to their parents and having that be a really cool and positive experience. We got to talk to the bride's sisters and the bride's sisters' significant others, one's husband, one's boyfriend. I got to, I mean, you to a slighter degree, but I got to play with one of the nieces, which was a lot of fun. She was an adorable baby. So yeah, it was a great, great, great time.
Yeah.
And we love them, and they're great.
Yeah.
They're the only couple that we know that is comparable in age to us that has been together longer than we have.
Yes.
They've got us beat by 6 months? 5 months.
There you go.
94.
Where to leave off?
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Oh, I prefer it.
Okay.
To the entire dialogue of the stream just being me reading chat and you not talking. That would be silly. Marcus says, I know the what the fuck was that sound feeling coming from DC. My childhood had a common thread of pew pew sounds in the hood. Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because, like, even sort of our area here, there aren't those noises, but there's still that feeling of, like, oh, you know, it's nighttime. Probably not the best time to be outside, you know, just in general, to be safe.
Yeah, at least for me.
Yeah, I do feel safer. I mean, I've got, you know, I'm big and whatever, but...
Yeah, he looks more threatening. I am more threatening, but he looks more threatening.
That is 100% fair. Holy crap, that's totally true. That's... truer things have never been said.
That's that anger I was talking about, Sharp.
Oh my god.
Hob says on a YouTuber I watched just released a new video that's a remake of an earlier Roman Reigns retrospective that updates based on the recent end of his storyline and introducing the other protagonist.
Cool.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I love anything about wrestling that isn't wrestling. Because I'm, like, not really a wrestling fan. I'm a behind-the-scenes of wrestling fan. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're underwater?
Yeah, we're on the Sunken Ghost ship.
Oh, nice. Perfect. Shar says, yeah, I usually try to be conscientious of others and their possible triggers. For me, my PTSD stems from a life of a busy and, well, I don't want to say the other thing because it's bad and I had no say. Okay, sure.
Fair enough.
It's, you know.
Oh, Jesus. Look at this.
Oh.
Oh my How the... Oh my god. No! Damn it, he came right at me. Alright, fine. This is tough, man. Oh my god.
Hub says, and I thought of you guys, referring to the retrospective.
Yeah.
Thanks,
it sounds
Hub.
like something
Yeah,
you'd be
it's cool.
interested in, for sure.
Marcus says, give us free? Or gives us free? Oh, are you asking if the retrospective is free?
Excuse me. Or if maybe that's the name of the YouTuber.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Hub says, highly recommend.
Cool.
Shar says, so I can't have loud sounds and yelling. Sure, okay. Hub says the YouTuber is Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Oh, I think I've heard of them.
He also did an amazing video on what the internet did to Garfield.
Okay.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Let me write that stuff down so I don't forget. I still usually end up forgetting even if I write it down, but at least if I write it down, I have more of a chance of not forgetting.
Damn it, I made it so far. It's hard to, like, gauge where these, like, each individual, like, glug of the movement takes me. Okay. Come on. There we go. God, fuck, every time with that one. No, no. Okay. That one almost was very bad for me. Is that it for this area? I think it is. Oh, shit. Go, go, go.
So C. Holland says, yeah, I saw that, Hob. It's awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the retrospective? Shar says, so I can't have loud sounds and yelling. Over yelling, I should clarify. Abuse, not busy. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Recently, I've been watching Brandon Herrera and his Darwin Award for irresponsible gun users. People still surprise me. LOL, I still love you guys, Amy. The other thing is why I'm not in a rush to have a relationship, because I had multiple people use me in that way, so I'm very cautious, overly so. Yeah, you would want to be in that situation, sure. Completely understandable.
And good on you for kind of understanding that and setting that boundary for yourself.
Yes.
It's good.
It's healthy, for sure. For sure. Okay.
Are you... It spawned that thing inside of me. Yeah, that's right, I said it.
Whoa. Is it baby Jesus?
Wow. Very nicely done.
Just saying.
Yeah, you are just saying. Okay, okay. come on. Are you fucking serious?
Oh, wow. So Shar says it took a while, but I'm in therapy and I have awesome friends here. Good. Good. Yes. Being in therapy helps hugely, and then
That support system.
changing your environment and yes, support. Very huge. Very huge.
Go away, please. Oh, come on, you motherfuckers.
If you guys get a chance, look up Brandon Herrera, the worst internet gun fails. We've seen some gun fails that were awful, and I would prefer not to watch more of them, to be honest. So I appreciate that recommendation, but that's as far as that recommendation will go, and I hope you understand.
No. No.
Shar says that you guys have helped a lot. Same with my brother and Molly, lol. I like to tell Mike his other dog, Jaeger, has puppies, and Molly has human babies, and understandable. Okay, I
That's
think
cute.
I've decoded that a little bit. You're kind of talking about different things there. I just found a cute stuffed animal
Nice.
that looks like the puppies.
Oh my god, I made it through with a full power up.
It's a moo moo dressed as quack quack. Dressed as a quack quack. Okay. So it's a cow in a duck suit. Is that what you're saying?
Here we go.
This is awesome.
Get it, get it, get it. Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh. Nice. Okay. At least you're getting this stuff. I know it's not really what you wanted.
It's alright. It's one-ups. Let's see.
So what do the one-ups do if they're different from lives?
They're not.
Oh.
A one-up gives you a life.
Okay, so what's the other thing that you were trying to get?
Fuck. A mushroom? I don't know what you're asking. Just now,
Okay,
when I was
so-
falling, there was a mushroom. I just wanted a mushroom.
Oh. Okay, so what do the mushrooms give you?
You get bigger,
Abilities.
so you can...
Oh, it only makes you big.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can take a hit. That mushroom.
Yes. Okay. Char says, LOL, yes.
Oh, God. Forgot what I was doing for a minute.
Well, I'm glad that being here has helped, Char.
Yeah, it's very flattering. Thank
Yeah. I will say I talk a lot about my complex PTSD
you. Fuck me.
in, we have a series called Jar over on, Geek for All. I will say a trigger warning though. I don't know if you necessarily want to watch it, but I talk a lot about my complex PTSD there. So if that's ever something that you would like to learn more about me and my specific mental health journey, that's something to check out if you feel comfortable and ready and willing to. And obviously, you know, if it reaches a point where you need to stop, then stop, you know, but that is a place where you could go if you wanted to just learn more about me and how I ended up with complex PTSD, and then like my specific mental health journey, and things like that. If you wanted it as sort of a resource to help you, or if you just wanted it as someone who cares about me, you know. So either one of those scenarios, I guess it would work for.
Yes. Got there.
Where's your guys' favorite place that y'all have went camping or vacation?
Oh, well, that's...
That previous vacation is the first vacation I've ever been on. So, like I've done activities before, you know, and I go to museums and things like that. But I've never been on vacation prior to us going to California. So,
Right. But in terms of camping, that's a very easy question, at least for me. Amy and I worked at a summer camp for many years. Well, Amy, you worked there for 2 years. I worked there for 10. And we arguably camped when we were there. So.
yes. I was also, well, he was a Boy Scout. I was in a venture crew. So I was a venture scout. And we did go to Canada for a venture trip where where we did some winter camping. And I really like winter camping, but it had nothing to do with the place. You know, I enjoyed the winter camping, and I enjoyed Canada, but me enjoying the camping had nothing to do with it being in Canada. Does that make sense? So yes, my favorite place to camp would certainly be at the Boy Scout camp that we worked at. But it does mean that other than California, I have also been to Canada. But I have also, with the venture crew, been to Vermont and Boston. But we did very, very specific things in Vermont. And it wasn't very many things. And then when we went to Boston, it was when they were doing all of that incredible road construction. So we actually drove to Boston, drove into the city of Boston, and then ended up in a loop of not being able to get to our destination in Boston, where we were just driving on one-way roads and constant detours and not ever being able to actually do what we had gone to Boston to do. So I technically have been there, but I didn't get to experience anything in Boston. We just left. because we couldn't get to our destination, so we just left. But that's been my vacation story, journey, lack thereof, whatever you would like to say. So, Hub says, so I ran across a Twitter ARG horror thing the other day that actually spooked me. The Weird Birds story.
Okay.
Starts with a post saying, my dog's been barking at the back door the last few nights, so tonight I stayed up with him and caught this picture of what he was barking at. Be careful out there. Because these do not look normal, and the picture is of a feathered dinosaur staring through the back door window.
Wow.
And it just gets creepier from there. I don't use Twitter. I just found a YouTube video about it. Okay. It gets creepier from there. Okay. So are you not going to say more about it? Or are you... Shar says, I appreciate it just if I ever get to hour of hand talking about my mental health stuff, don't hesitate to let me know and I'll check it out. Okay, so if just like, are you saying like remind you if you get to a point where you're talking about your mental health stuff a lot and just like kind of say, oh, do you remember that I told you about our jar series and here's where you can find it and stuff like that? Is that what you mean? Y'all should come to Montana for some camping if possible. My favorite places are Pipestone and East Fork. Oh, okay. Winter camping is fun, especially getting a nice warm fire going, and yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so when we lived at Boy Scout camp, it was summertime, right? And when I did winter camping, it was wintertime. And, you know, I've never gone camping in the spring or the fall, so maybe it's just that I love camping, or maybe I really love winter camping and I really love summer camping, and I maybe wouldn't love as much spring and fall camping if I did it. But I really love them both. But winter camping is my favorite, so... check out the video, LOL, I mean. Well, so it's a series. So, and it's about Magic the Gathering stories. So, like, if you're completely disinterested in Magic, maybe you would be completely disinterested in the videos regardless, but... And I mean, if I get to a point, others get uncomfortable. Oh. Well... Okay. So you mean like you're telling people in chat here now, basically, that if they ever start to feel like what you're talking about with your PTSD is triggering them, that they should let you know. Hob says, I mean, I didn't want to spoil it in case folks wanted to check it out, though major disturbing content warning. But it's like when intelligent carnivores slowly start to acclimate to a neighborhood. Ah, interesting. And lose their fear of humans. Cool. I actually find that fascinating, that kind of thing. Cool. But yeah, that probably
no, why?
would be very scary. Shar says, okay, I'll definitely check it out then. Oh, okay. Well,
We can start back here. That feels better.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be rough. Come on.
This is hard.
What the?
Wow.
So you got to stay there, go back up, get it on the downbeat, and then go back up.
This seems very difficult to me.
Confusing, man. Well, we're on the final world, so that makes sense.
Oh, it's the final world.
World 7.
Oh.
Well, that was dumb. That was dumb. That was on me, I guess.
I thought the fact that they were like hinting at it, you know, wasn't because it was the final world. I thought they were gonna do that multiple times throughout this game.
Nope.
Wow, okay. I didn't know.
Excuse me.
Hub says there's also some sci-fi lore stuff sprinkled in that's not quite as interesting, but it's still well crafted. The dinosaurs are well made, practical puppets, and they're photographed really well.
Cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Shar says, yeah, pretty much I don't want to go into an uncomfortable topic in your comments. I try to be respectful like that.
Sure.
Yeah, I think people would appreciate that, but I also feel like it's important to talk about things that are intense sometimes, because I know for me, talking about it in our jar videos or talking about it on stream with people was a major part of my healing, and it's also something that really helps other people who have experienced something similar, right? Because you don't necessarily know certain things. Like, it's hard to describe, but I think you probably kind of get it, Shar, because you know, you've been there, right? So like you don't necessarily know like how to articulate something, and then you hear somebody else articulate it and it like changes everything for you, right? Like it just makes it like it makes you more able to understand it, and it makes it easier for you to explain it to other people who might need to understand you better, you know? She says, what time is it for you guys? It is 10:11.
Just after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. Valley Ghost House.
So one day I was waiting for my case manager, and I was walking towards the property manager's office of my building, and Mike and Molly were in there, and Mike said, "Hey Molly, is that your Charlie?" And she did a little happy dance. It was so cute.
Oh no. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Okay. Valley Ghost House.
Okay.
Doing some P-switch runs, everybody. P-switch runs, I guess.
Okay. So Hub says the creepiest part I'll have spoil is a bit of speculative biology.
Okay.
What if these raptors learned how to mimic voices like a parrot or a raven?
Nice.
And how would a hunting carnivore use that? Okay, okay. Yeah, see, like, fascinating stuff to me right
Yeah,
there.
that's
Huh?
cool.
Fascinating stuff. Shar says, I agree with that 100%, Amy. I'm just careful because I've overshared and people have abandoned me. So it's hard to talk about, and I definitely get what you mean. Yeah, I have done that as well. That has happened many, many, many times to me. And the fact that there are views on those jar videos is the thing that reassured me that it is important to have those conversations, even though there are some people who don't want to hear that, you know, and that may be because they just don't know how to respond. It may be because they just don't want to hear something that is so painful because they don't know how to handle it. Or it may be that, you know, they've experienced something like that and they're just not ready to have a conversation about it. You know, there's a lot of reasons why that could happen, right? And, you know, I kind of had to come to an acceptance that, people's response to the truth isn't my responsibility. It's important to have a safe space for people here. And that's what I try to do with these chats, is create a safe space for people, but to both withhold information that they feel they need to withhold, but also to talk about things that they feel they need to talk about. But obviously, if a situation comes where somebody is saying, I'm uncomfortable with the subject matter, then we, out of respect for them, because we're a safe, loving community, right? We change the subject, you know, we change the trajectory, or we change the severity with which we talk about it. And, you know, so I think we can simultaneously talk about intense subjects and conflicting opinions and still honor people's boundaries that they ask to set, and still make it feel safe for people who don't necessarily want to experience that at the same time. Does that make sense? It's a give and take. And I'm always trying to balance that. And I never feel like I fail at that. I feel frequently like it is difficult, and that I always try, and knowing that I'm trying to do that from a very genuine place, is what kind of informs in each individual scenario how I handle what each individual scenario is, right? Because things like that are so subjective. And so it's a case by case basis, right? And I think having that safe space is what allows people like Erica to set the boundary that she set in the stream last night, where, she was like, okay, we need to stop talking about this now because this is offensive to me, or where she stepped away for a few minutes and then came back later and said, I was feeling like this wasn't great for a second. So, I stepped away. I did some self-care. Now I'm back because I, at that point, had taken care of the fact that the offensive person was being that way. I was like, I stopped reading what they were saying and they left, basically. So, it's a case by case basis, but I think it's so important to have this be a safe place for people to both feel safe from being triggered, but also to feel safe to talk about traumas and things like that, because it is, and then to, like I said, sort of simultaneously let those boundaries be set and adjust as needed, right? Because then it can kind of be the best of both worlds, right? Then people who are saying, look, I'm being triggered here, no, can say that, and people who are saying, I really need to talk about this, are getting to do that too, And maybe that was like too much of an explanation just then, but I just want people who are like somewhat newer to our channels and our chats to kind of understand where I'm coming from on that, because people who have been around a long time, like Marcus and Erica and Jayanna, like get that to a degree. I feel like in ways where newer people maybe don't understand, like how I try to navigate that. And I feel like being transparent about that is yet another way that we can create that safe space for everyone, right? So Char said a bunch of things that were unrelated to what I just talked about. So she said it's 8:12 here, hence why I said Molly has human babies. Joe's going to go Space Marine on Mario soon. LOL.
Dude, I've been doing okay. Knock on wood. We're getting through it, man. This is, again, if this is the final world, we may actually be able to. I got one more level, and there's 2 exits to this one. I don't know that we're gonna be able to finish this one tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
Maybe we come... Oh, there's only 1 life left, so yeah, maybe we come back next week. We can just...
Alright, let me finish out reading chat here, and then we can wrap up.
You got it.
Char says, that's why I like coming to these streams. They're my safe place. I just laid on my bad shoulder too long. It hurts, LOL. Yeah, that makes sense. I have a bad shoulder too. Sure.
She does, yeah.
Hob says, you guys had a chud crash last night. I missed a few bits of a vital context, I think.
Yeah, there was just somebody who had a comment to make about the fact that Amy asks people their pronouns when they join a chat for the first time,
Right.
and that the person felt the need to you know, question the necessity or validity or whatever you want to call it of asking for pronouns. And so we kind of moved on from that, thankfully. Amy was
Yeah.
able to take care of that and handle it, and that was it. So,
Yeah, because at first I was like, because they were like, are you kidding? And I was like, no, I asked for a reason. Because at that point I like got a little mad. But then what they said after that was just so outlandishly dickish that I was just like, okay, now everything you have to say is null and we're moving on. So, yeah.
yeah.
Shar says, I get that. I'm still semi new to the explanation. Oh, so the explanation definitely helps. Be right back. Ice pack time, short for the shoulder. Joe was staring very intensely at the screen.
Yeah, but I was able to do it. Like I said, one life left, which means I'm going to have to go back and try to hope on one life that I can get through this without having to restart World 7 all over again. But if I have to, it's just World 7. It's not the end of the world. But still, not a big deal. But yeah.
Yeah, so all else I would say to that, Char, is just like, I would say, like, don't necessarily censor yourself unless you feel like it's appropriate to do so, but also, feel free to set those boundaries yourself if there are moments where you feel like, okay, this is like too much, because that's what this is for. It's for people to be able to talk about things and for people to be able to say, can't talk about it anymore. Royce Smith said, you made pretty far into the Valley of Bowser. You should be proud.
Thank you, Royce. That's actually really awesome to hear.
It's good.
It's, I think this is genuinely my first time, like, fully playing this game. Like, I've, played a couple levels here and there or whatever, but getting this far into it is really cool. So, and I think next week, basically, especially because we're so kind of close-ish to the end, basically what I'll do is I will, play this as much as I can next week, and then if and when we beat the game, I can move on to either Super Mario World 2 or Super Mario Land, either way. I am going to run to the restroom while you finish a conversation here, and I'll be back very, very shortly.
Sounds great.
In fact, what I guess I'll do for all of you is go like that, and then you can hang out with it.
Yay!
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, So Hob is saying people acting as if pronouns are a recent invention and not a vital part of the English language for its entire existence baffles me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it can't baffle me just because I feel like I encounter it so frequently. Just people just not understanding the validity of it, and I think that that's obviously really damaging, and and yeah, I mean, I won't really get into, I guess, my whole like feelings on gender in the first place. Like, I basically just feel like gender only exists as a way for people to be subjugated, because sex always existed, right? And then they added gender, and I don't think that they needed to do that. I think that they did that so that they could subjugate people, the same way ethnicity always existed, and race didn't really have to. I think they invented a race so that they could subjugate people, and but I won't get more into that because that's a whole nother can of worms, as Char would say. So so I think it's really damaging that there are so many people who are so offended by the fact that people's pronouns meaning something to them is in their minds something that they just shouldn't have to acknowledge and shouldn't have to encounter even. It's very stupid. It's very stupid, Hub. Yeah. Lucian says, LOL, I missed the entire stream. Start again. Then we would do a Char thing and just like flip the computer table, you know? I think, yeah, that's how that would probably go. If Joe came out ready to end the stream and I just said to him, we should start again. Lucian's here. Char says, thanks for the awesome stream, guys, and thanks big time for the talk, Amy. You are very welcome, Char. All the love. It just baffles me with the people who don't really respect people like me who are transgender because they decide to look at the few bad eggs and not at the others who are trying not to be like that. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't even think there are any bad eggs. You know, it's really just them wanting to tell themselves that there are. You know, one girl's opinion. My friend Tony is one of them, sadly. Oh, okay. Is that the friend that you don't really hang out with anymore, Char? Or that you had that big argument with? Is that what it was? Char says, yay, Amy hangout session. Yeah. Hub says, I mean, just the wanton ignorance on display shouldn't surprise me at this point, but it's like these people are their own satire. Yeah, it almost is like that, right? You can't make an exaggerated caricature of them because they are more exaggerated as you can make up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like the levels of hypocrisy, the layers of hypocrisy just keep building on one another, and it's like a Grand's biscuit. Lucian says, yeah, do it, Palpatine voice. Well, we're not going to, Lucian, but I appreciate the jokes. Lucian said that he just got here, so we should start again. I said that would really be one of the Char situations where we just flip the computer table and just like...
I do still have the save state. I could, but there's no chance. No chance.
Royce says, I know Super Mario World 2 and Super Mario Land are both like the next games sequentially, but I'm personally not a fan of either. Super Mario Land 2, on the other hand, is peak handheld Mario gaming.
I really, you know what? I don't hate Super Mario Land, but I could beat it. I used to own, in fact, I probably still do, own Super Mario Land 1, Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, and Super Mario Land 3, which is Wario Land, if I recall correctly. So when we get to those, I look forward to, like, actually playing games that I did play growing up. These I didn't. I mean, again, I had some context for them. I understand how to play them, etc. And, you know, you may agree or disagree based on your watching of these streams, but I do know the Super Mario Land games better, and then again, I may be quite rusty, so we'll see regardless. Maybe that's not true, but yeah.
All right, well, I mean, people don't watch our content to see an expert video game player play video games. Like, they watch our content because it's a cool concept that you came up with. It really is.
Thank you.
So,
I mean, and it's all thanks to you, of course.
Well, it's all thanks to you because you had the concept. I thought the concept was stupid. I didn't get it. I didn't think it made sense. But that's because I'm not that person, right? And that's the point.
Well, but also you didn't even I mean, obviously back then you didn't necessarily, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you didn't necessarily understand the appeal of video games in that way, right? You didn't understand the draw that they had, or the fact that they could be that particular type of storytelling medium.
Right. Like, to me, it just didn't sound fun. And then on top of that, right, then there's you bringing up the concept of me having my unique perspective on them brought to it, and me not understanding then the concept that there would be people who would want to watch that. So there was, layers of my lack of understanding there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We were just talking about layers of lack of understanding when it came to pronouns.
Yes.
Shar says, I see a cool design on that poster tapestry thing behind you.
This is
Here, I'll kind of move this box.
Spider-Man / Wolverine fighting like a bunch of ninjas. I like the idea that I like what they did with the poster where it's like a fully white background, right? And then Spider-Man and Wolverine are the only things in color, and everything else is like kind of black and white or like shadowy, etc.
Yeah, it's cool. When they do that with photos, most of the time I don't like it because it looks too fake to me. Sometimes I do. It depends on like how well done it was done. But when it's a cartoon or drawings or something like that, I feel like that concept works a lot better, and I do like it. So.
Yeah. It's cool. We got that poster many years ago.
Yeah.
For cheap-ish compared to what it actually cost for the person who originally purchased it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because the material of it is it's a poster, but it's like vinyl as opposed to paper, so it's much more heavy duty.
Yeah.
And which also makes it very difficult to hang because it's heavy. But it's much more heavy duty and therefore like lasts, know. So it's an expensive poster when you buy it. Hob says pronouns with like uppercase letters in there in Star Wars ? My brother in the Force, the most famous line of the saga, had 2 of them, I and your.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that to me.
I am your.
Oh.
The most famous line in the history of Star Wars had 2 pronouns in it.
Sure. Yeah. Fair point.
Yep, I agree.
Shar says, I mean, I agree with that, and yeah, he's rude.
Yeah.
My head hurts, and now I'm craving biscuits. I was talking about Grand's biscuits because there were so many layers of just ignorance.
Props for not making the ogres and onions reference.
No, I wouldn't dignify it with that.
Wow.
It's gonna be a gluten reference because I can't stand the stuff.
I like that. Cool.
Rice says, on the topic of the next games sequentially in the Mario line, has Joe ever played anything on the Virtual Boy? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. I don't think there are any mainline Mario games, but still wanted to ask.
It's a fair question. I have not. I've never played anything on Virtual Boy. I'm sure I've seen some Virtual Boy games played, but I myself have not partaken, no. It is not... Nothing is ever out of the question as far as I'm concerned. We would, as with anything, the barrier would be trying to find out how to get them and how to play them, and then not only that, but how to make sure that you all could see that in like a good manner.
Right.
So
Sure.
it's definitely not something we're going to be doing anytime soon because I don't know how to do that. But nothing is ever out of the question as far as I'm concerned, games wise, unless it is like offensive, right?
Right.
Or if it's something that Amy tries and vetoes.
Right.
That is always Amy's option. So.
I have done that with more than one thing, just one thing.
To my recollection, I believe it is one.
That's the one I could remember, but I assumed it wasn't the only one.
I think it is, and it's one that we won't talk about because it was one that we tried. It was, I presented it to her, and it was a big no, and that is totally fine. Amy has that veto power. It is, again, whether it is for the purposes of her mental health or anything else that it happens to be. If it's a no, it's a no. That's totally fine. We have many, many, many other amazing games to play that you all would love to see. And so we don't have to dwell on ones that upset you. And rightfully so.
Right. So
No
that's
worries.
what we were talking about, Shar, right? Nothing off limits, but always the power to veto.
That's right.
Right?
Amy and I are involved in a charity organization that it's, we don't have to get into it tonight. We've talked about it before, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again. But
Sure.
One of the famous lines from that organization is, it's challenge by choice. So if you ever get to a point where you're like, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do this anymore, you can scrap it right then and there. We are autonomous adults, and we're not here to torture ourselves for entertainment. We're here to, I can do things that are challenging. I'm pointing at the computer screen and the game that we can still see, but you all can no longer. I'll do something challenging, but I mean, literally, if it ever got to a point where my reactions, right, my frustrations or whatever, were too much for me and or for Amy, we would stop. Because
or
that's
for
just...
everybody in chat. If everybody in chat was like, okay, whoa, you're off the handle, you what's going on?
Yep.
Then we would stop.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So, and that goes for anybody in chat, anything anybody is saying, that, like I said, nothing's off limits because that's a safe space, right? But always power to veto because that's a safe space, right? Yep. It's a balancing act. And the way you maintain that balance is by having respect for each other.
For sure.
Lucian says it's all thanks to all of us.
It is, definitely. Yeah.
That's what it's about, man.
Oh, have you guys been hearing the game the whole time? I'm so sorry. God damn it.
See,
sorry,
and I
everybody.
took my headphones off, so I didn't hear the game.
Sorry. I'll mute it now. You don't have to keep hearing this over and over again.
But yeah, Lucian, that's exactly it, right? Yep. It's that's the human experience, right? Is we all are, here on this spinning ball together, right? And we are all pushing and pulling and making those connections, and that's what the fuck it's all about, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Shar says, I just love hanging out, and plus Joe's reactions are hilarious.
Thanks. I'm glad that folks enjoy it. That actually means a lot. Thank you.
She says, we need to get Amy a Jawa plushie. I love everything about the streams, to be honest. Oh, thanks, Shar.
Yeah, we're glad.
Hob says, say what you will about Frank Miller and how he slowly lost his mind over the years, but I thought the first Sin City movie was fantastically made and did black and white with color splashes amazingly.
I
agree, Hob.
I'll give you that for sure.
I agree fully. Shar says, as long as it's not Shrek is love, ? LOL. Crying, laughing
Shrek
face.
is love, Shrek is life. That is a reference that Amy gets.
I do get that reference, yes.
Do you wish that you didn't get that reference?
You know, I wouldn't say it's as intense as a wish, but I do desire it. I do desire that I did not get that reference, and unfortunately I do.
It's so funny. It's just so funny. We watched it, and I will also say, I think the kind of most prominent time that I ever saw it was with a group of friends when we were staying over their house for the weekend, or two of their houses for the weekend, and because of that, it speaks to me a lot more, because it was the kind of thing where, it was one of those things where, because we saw it that day, it kind of became such a reference for that whole weekend, where we kept like bringing it up and joking about it and stuff, and so it kind of became like an anthem for the weekend. And so it because it was such a part of such a cool experience, it speaks to me a lot more.
Sure, because you associate that with the cool experience of hanging out with your friends for a weekend.
Correct.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So yeah, it's higher up for me than most like kind of meme videos of its ilk, because of its connection to such a great positive time.
Sure. Royce says Virtual Boy is two-headed inducing anyways, LMAO.
Yeah, anyways. But yeah, it's
like two-player?
No, it's a Virtual Boy.
Oh.
So it's too head-inducing. Like,
okay.
It's old school VR.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna vomit if you play it for too long.
I get motion sickness, Royce. So I don't think that'll work. I'm excited to see the upcoming Mario games after this one.
Yeah, I'm hoping you all enjoy it too. Like I said, Super Mario Land 1 through 3 are big ones for me. So I'm hoping that that they hold up to my recollection and enjoyment. Of course, I hope that Amy enjoys them. And Super Mario World 2 is actually one that I know very little about. Very, very little. So I'll be curious to see how that turns out for us once we're done with this one, kind of one way or the other.
Okay. Shar says, right. Hab says, I remember the Virtual Boy being advertised for like 5 minutes and then never really materializing. I always assumed it was kind of vaporware. Shar says, I value respect for myself and others. So question, do you have any remedies for sinus infections, Amy? Remedies. Advil, cold, and sinus. So I used to know somebody who would get sinus infections very frequently. He had asthma, and he would get sinus infections very frequently. Joe has bad sinuses, so he gets sinus swelling very frequently, but I don't think he gets sinus infections frequently.
Only if I do it wrong. Like, I'm congested now through being ill, and so it's very much in my throat, a little bit in my chest, but very much in my throat. And yet I know full well that if and when I take a decongestant like a Sudafed, it will pool in my head and I will get sicker because it will become an infection. So that's me and me alone, right? That doesn't necessarily mean it's everybody else. But,
right.
But because you were talking about it, yeah, that's the way that my body works, is that, like, if I have a bunch of mucus and it's coming out, like I'm able to blow my nose, I'm coughing, I'm sneezing, whatever, great. Let it keep coming out. Because the second that I'm like, oh, I can't deal with this anymore, decongestant goes in, it will stop, and then it will just pool in my head, and then I will get a horrible sinus infection, and I will get very sick. So I try my best. Like, for me, Sudafed, I feel like, is like poison, because it gets me sick every single time.
Well, and I think that's because you're prone to having so much swelling in your sinuses to begin with when you're not sick.
All the time.
And so when you get sick, that swelling worsens. And then when you take a medication that's trying to like dry that up, it just gets stuck in there.
Yep,
And
it sure does.
It can't do anything.
Nope.
Advil cold and sinus is what this guy who got sinus infections a lot and had asthma would take in order to get rid of his sinus infections. Now, a sinus infection, right, is an infection. So, like, you have to kind of realize that you take the Advil cold and sinus, and then if that doesn't work, you gotta go to the doctor, because
you need those antibiotics.
Right, because an infection will get worse if it doesn't go away.
Right,
you know,
and that's how you can turn it into like pneumonia or something much worse.
Right. So, but I don't have any like remedies for a sinus infection. Like remedies I would say are probably good for like preventing a sinus infection if you know one might come on because you have things like Joe has, if he has a lot of swelling and has a lot of mucus in there and he feels like an infection might occur, I would say you could use a remedy to try to prevent that, right? But once it's an infection, I don't think a remedy's gonna cut it.
Right.
But Advil cold and sinus does the job. But don't rely on it, because if it doesn't fix it, you're gonna have to get antibiotics. My cousin showed me Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, and I recently learned there's more videos to it.
Oh, of course.
Oh, there's more videos to it than what we've seen?
And so then continues.
As Lord Vader would say, no, LOL, JK. I'm prone to seasickness. So I've been on a boat like twice in my life, I think, or like maybe 3 times, and one was a paddle boat, so that one doesn't really count because I like have control over the movement. So I don't know if I'm prone to seasickness. I'm just prone to motion sickness, so I'm probably prone to seasickness.
Did we ever go rowboating together or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
That was with other folks at camp that I did that with. I'm always the rower because I'm strong enough to do it for like extended periods of time.
Roy says headache.
Well, he means in response to Virtual Boy's 2 headache inducing.
Oh, okay.
Correcting the statement from before.
Sure. I thought maybe you were just talking about the sinus infection. Shar says, yeah, I got another sinus infection. I have asthma. Okay. Yeah, I can't take meds. It makes me feel worse, but I've heard cold showers help, but still like to have options. Cold showers.
I was going to say, I would argue, well, again, for me, right? I am a doctor, but not that, I'm not a medical doctor. Right. But for me, heat, like steam helps because it loosens everything up. You can maybe get it out, right? Again, blow it out or cough it out or whatever. When I was sick last week, I took like 4 hot showers in one day.
Right.
Because running the hot water on my face would help break things up enough in there where I wasn't having a pounding headache. Because the Advil wasn't doing much. Usually it does, right, if I have a sinus headache. Because, again, it reduces the swelling, which is my biggest problem, as Amy correctly stated.
Not Advil cold and sinus. No. Just Advil.
Correct. Just ibuprofen of some sort. Right. Just happens to be that Advil is the one that we use. Or that I use. And so, but hot helps because it helps to break up a lot of the congestion in my head, which then allows it to kind of flow more freely and come out. And so... and especially if you're in the shower, you can like kind of blow it out and, and cough and spit and whatever you got to do to like get all that gunk and that nonsense out of you. Cause it's so frustrating for me sometimes.
Right. But cold, if you've heard cold, that might be like if you have lots of swelling, cause cold helps with swelling.
It does.
But I would think that would have to be so,
Localized.
it localized to the area of your sinuses, that I would almost say like putting ice on it, like an ice pack or something,
I agree.
or a bag of frozen peas or whatever on
Yeah.
your face
Whatever works,
would
right?
probably work better than the cold shower, to be honest.
I agree.
But the hot shower will get a lot of the mucus out for sure. To be honest, I'm not sure if it's a sinus infection, but whatever it is, the past few weeks and the past few days, no matter how much I told my doctor my head just starts hurting, get warm, and my throat starts to hurt, and I just tried everything and it's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're just looking for some relief.
Yeah.
I've been there. Maybe hot tea
Yeah.
if you're into hot tea. That's again the steam, right? So if you make it nice and hot to the point where you're like, okay, I literally need an oven mitt to be able to carry this mug to where I'm going with it, do it. You don't drink it until it's cool enough, but put your face over it. If you need to
Right.
like put a towel over it as well, or maybe you want to get a big bowl of hot water and just put a towel over your head over the
I've done
bowl
that.
to like get the steam up in your face.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's fine too. And then again, as it gets closer to being a moderate temperature for you, may not be a terrible idea just to drink hot water. Like if it soothes your throat, if it helps loosen up the mucus, you do what you got to do, right? So,
Yeah. For sore throats, I usually do like honey and echinacea tea.
that's good.
Yeah. Traditional Medicinals brand has like a lot of really good teas for various issues that you might have. So that's a good remedy for a lot of different things that might happen to you. But the herbal cold care. They have Immune Zoom, which Joe has been drinking a lot of since he's been sick. They're they have just echinacea. They have echinacea with elderberry, things like that. And then I would say too, essential oils, if like just putting them like under your nose, just like smelling them. A lot of times helps, and you can use like a million different ones of essential oils: lavender, thyme, mint, eucalyptus, lemon, you know, a zillion different things.
Yeah, for sure.
Tea tree. Tea tree is a little much to put right under your nose, but it has the same general, antibacterial properties, so you're not putting that in you, you're just smelling it. And then, yeah, that's kind of, all I would be able to recommend for that.
For sure. But good luck. Obviously, feel better. Hopefully, if and when we see you next week on Friday, when we get back to our normal schedule, and or Monday, if you come and join us on Magic Monday on Geek for All.
Yeah.
Either way, hopefully we get to hear some good news that you're feeling better. Mm-hmm. We thank you all so much for coming here on a Thursday, which,
right.
especially because we weren't even here last week. The fact that you were able to be here, it's a testament to all of you, first of all. But I also imagine for some, if not all of you, it is also a testament to the fact that you have all already subscribed and rung that bell, because it means that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, whenever our streams are here, whenever we go live. It is, sometimes things happen. Like, we were off for a week because we were on vacation. We were then off for a week because I was sick. And then we had it on a different day, on Thursday instead of Friday. And so if you have that bell rung, thank you, sorry, you won't have to memorize our schedule or, make sure that you're following us on all of our socials or whatever to get all that stuff out. You would
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, you still should. I'm just saying, like, if you're not checking Instagram that afternoon and...
Right.
Turns out that then you show up at the stream at 8 p.m. and there is none. And you're like, what the hell's going on? And now you have to, like, be a detective and try to figure it out.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, we really appreciate all of you taking the time, being here. It's great to have you. And honestly, don't forget, I always mention it, and we always mention it, but talking in chat the way that you all did, especially tonight, makes these streams what they are.
Yeah.
It was a lot of interesting conversation, fun conversation, in my opinion. And so we're very grateful that all of you were able to join us, especially in that way. And so, Amy, well, first of all, I guess, go ahead.
Shar says, I feel like certain smells make it worse.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah. And that's going to be a thing you'll have to navigate for your own body, right?
That's true, yeah. Well, and that's why I said, right, that this is stuff that I've learned about myself over time. But...
Right. Because everybody's different.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely work on it. Love you guys. Love you too, Shar.
And in fact, Amy, why don't you start there?
Okay. Love you, Shar. Thank you so much. This has been really great with you tonight, Shar.
Yeah, super interesting conversations. And obviously, if you'll allow me to say it first, but congratulations on starting your transition. That's so cool.
Yeah, and thank you so much for talking to me about your PTSD. Like I said, I have complex PTSD. I talk about it a lot on stream, but I really focus on it and my mental health journey in the JAR series that we have on Geek for All. So trigger warning, but check it out.
And in fact, really quickly, because I mentioned it earlier as well, please don't forget, if you're enjoying the things that we're doing, I talked about, doing the cool stuff here on YouTube. If you want links to our other two channels, Geek for All
and Gluten Free for All,
links down in the description box below. Sorry.
Yeah. In fact, Shar, I'll probably do another little video on Geek for All's Instagram, similar to the one that I did for the flight. That'll be things that'll help you potentially. Sinus stuff.
Sure.
Or getting sick a lot stuff.
Sure.
I can do one for that. Bing bing. LOL. Oh, that's your this.
Dinging the bell. Nice.
Royce, thank you so much for being here. And saying that, giving your opinions of those other Mario games that we have coming up, and still saying that you're excited to see them. That means a lot. Because obviously that's kind of the trajectory that we're going with these. And so I'm glad that you're looking forward to seeing us play those, even if certain ones of those are not your favorite games.
Yeah, but also appreciate the help getting through, the tougher parts of this one with your tips and thoughts. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Hob, thank you so much for being here as always. You're incredible, and I definitely agree with you on Sin City. What a cool movie. And I love your insights on things. I really do. And
I'm glad that you were able to get out to Great Wolf Lodge. Sounds like you all had a ton of fun, so that's really great.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Lucian, thank you so much for getting here. I'm sorry that you didn't get to stick around a lot, but thanks for making it here.
Yeah, the VOD exists. And if and when you're in the comments of that VOD, we'll see it. So.
Right. Marcus, thank you so much for being here as always. You're just incredible, as you know. I mean, that we love you. Yeah. I don't know if you know how much we love you, but you know that we love you, and and that will always be the case.
Yeah, and thanks for coming even after catching up with a friend.
Yes,
we appreciate it,
and hopefully that went well.
Agreed.
Godalope, thank you so much for again showing up. Even though you're not necessarily interested in the content that we're creating at the time, per se.
I mean, he enjoyed the Mario game, he said.
Yeah. So, but I love that you still pop in and give us that support, even if you're working or running around or whatever it is that you're doing.
And especially being able to... reminisce with Amy about old TV shows and stuff. Yeah. Not that Hob wasn't also doing it, but I mean, it's nice to have,
us oldies but goodies. We got them old TV shows we're talking about. C. Holland, thank you so much for being here as always.
Spending another late night with
late
us.
night.
It's
Oh.
really appreciated. Really appreciated.
It's that's a lot for you, and so it means a lot to us.
It does.
Fizzy Star came tonight. That's really cool. I always love seeing you, Fizzy Star. And again, even if you're not staying the whole time or saying a lot in chat, it means a lot that you come.
Yeah. I'm not able to scroll up further, but I think that was everybody regardless.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
But if I missed anybody, I do apologize. Sometimes if the streams go longer, we don't get to get all the way back up to the top to double check. And yet, if it's a regular stream, we don't typically write folks' names down. So I do apologize if you were here right at the beginning and I forgot, because there was a lot going on during the stream tonight for, good stuff. But still. But apologies if you didn't get the shout out. We do apologize.
Yeah. Shar says, thank you guys. It means a lot. It's always awesome. It's always awesome having you here, Shar.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And I think a lot of it has to do with my diabetes because I'm still trying to get a good grasp on it. And sure.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll try to take that into consideration.
Yeah.
When I make that video. That would be awesome.
This is a duplicate.
Oh, okay. It's a dupe. Lucian says, how long is this snail army taking? Damn. And Shar says, and enjoy the pics and vids. Oh, good night. Enjoy the pics and vids.
Yes,
Thank
and now
you.
we will have some time to look at it, so I will definitely share that with Amy.
Yes.
Thank you for sending those along.
And you know what, Lucian? Winter isn't here.
It's
true. But next time she is, you'll have to ask her about the snail army.
That's right.
Because she's the only one who truly knows.
She's the snail queen, the snail goddess, if you will.
Exactly.
So, everybody, besides anybody that I may have missed at the beginning, which I've already apologized for, like I said, I don't think there is anybody, but if there is, I do apologize. But if you did not hear your name just mentioned otherwise, it is not because we don't appreciate you, because we very, very much do. Thank you so much for joining us in whatever capacity you chose to. If you were not in chat, no worries whatsoever.
Lucian says, but no winter means they move faster. No? Maybe.
Maybe it's like, oh, she's not here, we gotta run. Or maybe she is the motivating factor, and so without her, they don't move as fast.
Maybe she mind controls the legions of snails.
Maybe.
And so it doesn't matter how far she is because her, telepathic powers or whatever have no distance limit.
Yeah.
Season winter, lol.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's true too. They would be quite slow in the snow.
Yeah. Or if they got seasoned, because if you put salt on them, they'll just shrivel up.
No, that's terrible. Don't even say that.
Okay. But anyway.
But yes, so for folks who were here and were watching, whether you were not able to join us in chat, you're not comfortable joining us in chat, no worries whatsoever. Please accept our blanket thank you here at the end. Thank you for joining us and supporting us. We really appreciate it. If you're in the VOD, as always, leave yourself a shout out in the comments down below. Not a problem whatsoever.
Lucian says I liked it. Oh,
good.
Good.
Very glad to hear.
I was taking a page out of your book, Lucian. I was trying.
Very good.
Okay.
So, everybody, we will be back on stream live again on Monday over on Geek for All. Links down in the description box below, as I said, at 8 p.m. Eastern for Magic Monday, as we are every Monday. But don't forget that over on Geek for All today, first of all, we had a brand new video come out. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, there is a lot of Magic product that I opened. Literally over $2,200 worth of retail product. Whoa. Not retail product, retail product.
Well, it may have been retail.
Maybe it was retail.
Yeah.
But that video came out earlier today. If you haven't got a chance to check it out, strap in. It's a long one, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun, and especially, yeah, exactly. And especially, there were some really good cards opened. So if that's something you're interested in, go check it out. Like I said, over on Geek for All. We will actually have 2 more videos coming out on Geek for All tomorrow. And we had an 8-hour stream or so that came out yesterday, and the VOD is out there as well
Yes.
for that. So if you're interested in Tarkir Dragonstorm Magic the Gathering content, Geek for All, link down in the description box below, has you covered. Plus, if you haven't checked it out already, this week here on this channel, we started the post game of Pokemon Black on Tuesday. We finished Disc 2 of Final Fantasy VIII on Wednesday. And on Sunday, we will be continuing Banjo-Tooie. So stay tuned for more of that. There is more to come in the coming weeks, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday here on this channel with pre-records. So hopefully you all will get to check those out.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
It's a lot of crap, guys.
It really is. And we're still working to make sure that those things stay current and consistent.
Yes.
It may be a little bit more behind the scenes.
Joe's doing a great job. I fell off completely, but Joe's doing it.
I'm trying. It's not easy, but we are doing our best. And, me getting sick kind of threw a wrench in things, but we're doing our best. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I completely just blanked on doing a video for Gluten Free for All for March at all. I was supposed to do Irish soda bread, but you just didn't.
Next year.
Next year.
Well, next year's Irish soda bread. That doesn't mean next year's the next video.
No.
For all.
That'd be fucked.
That would be pretty bad.
Yeah. C. Holland says, thanks for the stream. Thank you, C. Holland.
That's right. And so, for all of you out there, between now and... Oh, man, don't do this now. Between now... Sorry, I'm coughing. Between now and the next time that we see you, whenever that happens to be, please continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours super important. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.